I'm going to show you how to do blood typing with synthetic blood. So the first thing I did was gather my supplies. I've got my blood sample, my antibody A serum, antibody B serum, anti-RH serum, sometimes called anti-D, and distilled water. I also have 3 toothpicks so that I can mix the reagents in the wells, and a blood typing plate. So if I go in a little on the blood typing plate, you'll be able to see that each of the wells are labeled A, B, and RH. Before I started, I shook all of my reagents to make sure that they are actually mixed. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my synthetic blood and I'm going to put 1 drop in each well. Notice that I am not touching the tip of the applicator, the tip of the bottle, to any of the wells. Now I'm going to take my anti-A serum, which is antibody A, that's the blue one, put 1 drop in the well. Again, notice I am not touching the blood. I'm going to do the same thing with antibody B in the B well. I'm going to do the same thing with anti-RH in the RH well. And then there's one extra step for this synthetic blood that we wouldn't do with real blood, which is I'm going to add 1 drop of distilled water. And the purpose of that is just to make that well a little bit easier to read because it does get somewhat chunky. So then I'm going to take a separate toothpick, thoroughly mix the antibody in the blood in each of the wells. And by the time I'm done mixing, I should be able to read my results. So you want to be careful that you don't splash from one well into another well. So it looks like I can read my results now. So what I'm looking for is agglutination or lack of agglutination. So I'm going to pick up the plate and to make it a little bit easier to read. So what you can see is I have positive agglutination in the A well, negative agglutination in the B well, and the RH well. So what that tells me is on our red blood cells, there are A agglutinogens, there are 0 or no B agglutinogens or RH agglutinogens, which makes this blood type A negative.